Hi, Dr. Dan Moselle, Moselle Holistic here. Uh, Thank you for being here. Today's day 4, and Thursdays are the day we're going to have Kris Graham. Kris, you've been a trainer for 25 years, right?
Yes.
And then after how long ago, then you got into doing yoga first, correct?
In 2014, really regularly, and I went and got my 500-hour certification because I loved it so much. So I spent a few years studying it.
Right, right. And then after that, you really kind of got into, was it after that or at the same time, the meditation mindfulness?
It's part of the yoga philosophy, part of the
Mhm.
8 limbs. So yeah, while I was doing the yoga.
And if I can ask, what do you what do you find the most enjoyable or the most benefit, or what really gets you excited about meditation mindfulness?
Well, I think that when you meditate regularly, you automatically become more mindful every single day of your life. And no matter how the meditation goes, we tend to evaluate things here in the West. So even if I have a meditation where I feel like, oh my gosh, I was thinking so much, I always leave that meditation feeling peaceful, no matter how it went. And you can bring that peace back into your day. And I love that.
Perfect, perfect. All right, awesome. Well, I'll let you get to it, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this.
All right. So I am Kris. Welcome to our first 8 weeks to wellness online meditation. And we are definitely finding ourselves in interesting times. So if there's never a better time than now to actually start. Most people, unless you're in the medical industry, really have a lot of extra time and have kind of gone into shock in their lives with what to do, how to fill up those days. And aside from our personal lives, the pandemic is also clearly affecting us globally. So some of us are feeling a lot of fear and anxiety, which often leads to depression, and meditation can absolutely help sort of even out those emotions, and also have us just operating, more emotionally well in our own personal lives daily. So there is a quote that I wanted to talk about today from Lao Chao, and hopefully I'm saying that right. He's a Chinese Tao philosopher, and he says, if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. And if you are at peace, you are living in the present. And the only place we can really find peace and joy is when we are in our present moment awareness, living and actually participating in our lives as they are happening in real time, not in an imaginary future, not in a past. And one of my favorite teachers, and I know he's pretty mainstream, but I really love him, is Deepak Chopra. And I do want to read a little bit of what he said in one of his meditations, probably about a year ago. He said that meditation is the most practical thing you can do every day. It affects your quality of sleep, your ability to handle your emotions and feel more emotions, such as the ones we want to feel, like love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And it also obviously then would improve our relationship with others. And physically, it actually will change your diet over time, and it happens organically because as you get more in tune with what your body needs, which is what happens in meditation, shifts like that just automatically happen. So the physical benefits are immediate. It says that changes happen at the cellular level within seconds. Our brain waves change and our parasympathetic nervous system kicks in. And that is our rest and recovery system. And we are not in that very often in the West here. And it's something that really causes us disease. And so getting ourselves more into the parasympathetic nervous system daily is key to these healthy outcomes we're all looking for. We spend a lot of time exercising, we spend a lot of time worrying about our diet, but we're rushing around like crazy. And if we want to digest properly, we want to heal properly, we need to be in that system. So over the long term, meditation lowers blood pressure, it decreases inflammation, and it regulates your hormones. So it's just a great investment in our time. However, we have a really hard time sitting still because we feel like we're doing nothing. But as Deepak points out, we're really doing a lot for ourselves. So today I'm going to take you through a basic meditation. One thing I know for me is when I meditate, I then can be more in the present moment daily. And I think that's like, it's been one of the biggest tools for me in terms of that. And as far as if you're a beginner, I know a lot of beginners think they're doing it wrong. And Deepak also talked about this in one of his meditations. And since he's been doing it for so long, I really respect what he had to say. And he said, if you fall asleep during meditation, you needed the sleep. That's what your body needed. Meditation will give you what your body needs. If you're really anxious that day and you're filled with thoughts, you might not think you go into a meditative state, but he points out that you do, even if it's just for seconds. And the more you practice, the more you will slip into that meditative state where all the benefits are. So it is a practice, and allow yourself to be a beginner and don't be so highly critical of yourself. So with that, we'll get started with our meditation, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you with me to the floor. So I'm going to move my camera, but I'm also going to show you a setup. So here we go. I like to be up against a door. And you can use anything you have at home. If you do have yoga blocks, this is a great like firm seat. If you like a firm seat, you put your yoga blocks together like this, and then you put a soft blanket on top. But today I'm going to use my bolster, and you can get all this stuff on Amazon. So I'm going to take my bolster. I do like to put it up against the door so that I have my back supported. And then these blankets, you can get on Amazon as well. And I stack a couple blankets because my hips, even though I practice yoga, are just naturally tight. So when you sit in meditation, if you are sitting on the floor, you want to always sit with your knees below your hips. If you're sitting with your knees too high, that's going to be very unsettling to the nervous system. So you definitely want the knees to be down. The best thing is, if you're a beginner, is just to simply sit on a chair. You can put a pillow behind you for your back support, and just to have something where you can be upright and really comfortable. Being comfortable is the most important thing. But if you are sitting on the ground, this is how you want to sit. So let me just straighten out my camera, and then we're going to begin. So the advantage of practicing at home is if you do fall asleep and you start snoring, no one's going to know and no one's going to care. So it's a good place to practice. So we're going to start with proper seat and posture. We're going to sit up nice and tall. So you want to think of a nice straight spine. Again, those knees are descended, or if you're sitting in a chair, you're sitting at a 90-degree angle with those feet flat on the ground. So the spine's nice and tall. We're sitting back over our hips. And we want to think of the line going really tall all the way through the crown of the head. So we'll lift the sternum a little, roll the shoulders back and down, and then just place your hands gently on your thighs, upper thighs. You can place them with the palms down, or you can turn them with the palms up. Some people like to do the yoga mudra, and you can do that as well. We're not going to get into mudras today, but if you're comfortable sitting that way, feel free to do that. All right, and then the next thing is people's heads are often forward, so we really want to back our head up in space, which is why I like to kind of lean against the door, because it sort of gives me a feel for where my head is in space. So you want to do that, and then I'm going to demonstrate what they call a cleansing breath. We often start with this in yoga. We're taking a deep inhale. We're not going to do it yet. I'll guide you through it, but I just want to demonstrate it. So basically, it's just a deep inhale through the nose, and then you just sigh out the breath. So it looks like this. Do it one more time. Deep inhale. So that's where we want to go at the beginning, just to kind of center ourselves. So I'm going to ask everyone to get into their posture, and then we're going to sit up nice and tall, and then just gently close the eyes. And once the eyes are closed, I want you to begin breathing in and out of the nose, if that feels comfortable. So breathing in and out of the nose is the fastest way to calm the nervous system. However, if you have a deviated septum, or it's just for some reason causing discomfort, just go to a breath that you're comfortable with, and that's perfectly fine. But if you are comfortable breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, go ahead and make that the breath. And so just take a moment to just kind of find that breath, breathing in, breathing out, and just starting to bring awareness to your breath. And then we'll take a couple cleansing breaths together. First, do a regular inhale and a regular exhale, exhaling all your air. And then take a deeper inhale, and then exhale, sigh out the breath. And then one more time, that deep inhale and the sigh. And then just check in with your breathing, how you're feeling in this very moment before we get into the meditation. And pay attention to the breathing in terms of, does it feel like a little choppy? Is it a little shallow today? Or maybe it's smooth? Maybe it's feeling pretty even. And there's no judgment. Just kind of figure out where you're at today. Just notice. Now bring your awareness to your face and just soften the eyes. Unhinge and release the jaw. And just completely relax the forehead, relax the cheeks, and then coming back to your breath. I'm going to begin to deepen our inhale without forcing the air in. So just let it happen organically. Breathing in through the nose, out of the nose. Noticing your belly, your diaphragm beginning to expand like a balloon. Think of a balloon when it expands. And then the exhale, letting your belly just deflate naturally. Know that the breath is your biggest anchor in meditation. If you start to find yourself thinking too much and you notice that, if you concentrate on the breathing, you cannot think and breathe at the same time. So the breath will take you into that meditative state every time. So continue breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, slowing down your breath. Slowing down the inhale, slowing down the exhale. Maybe taking a little bit more air in the inhale, which will allow you a longer and deeper exhale. So on your next inhale, begin to count your breath. You're going to inhale for a count of 3. There's a slight pause. And then an exhale for a count of 3. So we'll do a few of those together. Take your inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Continue with that counting silently in your head. 3 counts on the inhale, 3 counts on the exhale. And notice when you connect to your breath, how much calmer your mind is. And bring awareness back to your seat. And I want this meditation to really be about grounding with everything that's going on right now in our world. So feel your seat, feel your hips, the back of your legs, your feet. Feel them being heavy and in contact with the floor and your seat. And get heavier in that lower body. Coming back to your breath. And feel the peace that this creates. As you breathe in, silently say the word peace. And as you exhale, silently exhale fear. Breathe in peace and exhale fear. And each and every time your mind begins to wander, return your focus to the breath. You can choose to inhale that peace, exhale the fear, or count the breath. Once again, bringing your awareness to your lower body, feeling those sit bones, the backs of the thighs and feet in contact with the earth. I want you to visualize a grounding cord going from the base of your spine down into the earth. So it can be a cord, it can be a tree root, something that really grounds you. And with each exhale, think of that grounding cord going deeper into the earth. Allow the inhale to arise, and each time you exhale, that grounding cord goes deeper. And each exhale, feel that grounding cord gets stronger and deeper. And now bring your attention back to the base of your spine. This is your root chakra. This is the chakra where we need to feel safety. We need to feel we have control of our basic needs, shelter, food, water, love. Find that base of the spine, that root chakra, and begin to visualize a bright red spinning light. And repeat the following affirmations in your mind. I am safe. I trust more. I fear less. I am centered and grounded. And again, I am safe. I trust more. I fear less. I am centered and grounded. And feel the sense of peace the grounding and the affirmations bring. Take another moment to feel that sense of peace you've created by connecting with that deeper, unchanging part of yourself. Bringing your attention once more to your breath. Take a few minutes in silence to hear the sound of your own breath as you breathe in peace and exhale fear. And gently bring your awareness back into your body, feeling that sense of peace you created, knowing you can bring that with you into your day and come back to this moment at any time. And just slowly open the eyes. We'll bring our hands together in prayer. We'll complete our meditation with a namaste. which some people interpret as the light in me sees and honors the light in you. So together we'll say namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.